Welcome, my business ethics students. Here we are on week number 2. Wanted to give you a quick video, just kind of looking through week 1, sort of highlighting some of the points that we've went through, and then entering in week number 2 and giving you some expectations. First and foremost, I want to thank all of our veterans. I hope you guys enjoyed the Memorial Day holiday, and for all of us who have not had the honor of serving, want to extend a great thank you to everybody, family, wives, children of those who have. Just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what's going on. In week number 1, we had a couple things to do. If you are watching this video and you did not complete your syllabus quiz, you have probably gotten dropped from this class. That is a very, very important thing to do. It's a simple process. If you didn't do it, you probably should have been dropped from this class. It's just 2 simple questions that shows that you have actively participated in a online course or a hybrid course, and that you are aware of how to go into the system and process some work. Your discussion for this week was pretty simple. Tell me about yourself. We are basically just kind of getting used to the whole process of doing a discussion. Remember, I do not put word minimums, but I also do expect a good conversation to be in your discussion. I do not want to find a I agree with your post, good post, great post type of replies. You do have to reply to at least 2 students beside yourself, 2 classmates, and either to my video that you're now watching or any questions that I might pose on your post. Chapter 1 was really important because we kind of laid down the groundwork of what exactly is ethics. We try to define ethics and try to, more importantly, define ethics in you. Why do you make the decisions that you make, and how ethics plays a role in that? We obviously went through some of the ethics, like a universal ethics, that it applies universally across the board. Some of those concepts are easy to understand. What's right here is right no matter where it is. So a lot of faith-based people feel this way. This is how we apply our belief system, and that should apply across the board through culture, through age, through time, through generations. None of that should ever change. And of course, that has some downsides to it. We also talked about relativism, and relativism is a concept that we try to I'm not trying for you to accept these things. I'm trying for you to understand them. But more importantly, what I want you to understand is the theory behind them and what makes you make the decisions that you make. Please don't take this class as some type of indoctrination class of what I think is ethics. What I'm trying to identify is what you think is ethical and why. Especially the why do you think that's ethical? The question, why would you not do this and why would you not do that? That's what I want you to discuss and discover, especially in our discussions this week. So great job, by the way. Week 1's done. We're moving on. If for some reason you did not complete some of that work, move on. Go to week 2. Do not fall behind. Don't get stuck in week 1. We're going to address those issues as the semester goes along. So as we move on to week number 2, by the way, for my people who come to class at times, we will be having class, and this is open to anybody who is interested in coming and listening to the lecture. We will be doing the lecture on the 5th, June 5th, here in Dalton. You're welcome. Everyone is welcome to show up. This is a open lecture class. I will be discussing week number 3 and reviewing the previous weeks and having just a general overview discussion of what we're learning. So that's open to everybody. If you're free, that class starts at 10:30, if I'm not mistaken. Drop on by. That would be, if you feel you need a little more detailed explanations of it, that's where we want to go. All right, so this week, in week number 2, you have chapters 3 and chapter 4. We're going to talk about organizational ethics, and then we're going to talk about corporate social responsibility, which is referred to as CSR. Corporate social responsibility is a lot of what you see happening in our business world today. What responsibility does a corporation has to its society or its surroundings? We're also going to review at some point what's called a shareholder or stakeholder point of view. Shareholder, of course, meaning anybody who owns part of the company. If you are an investor in a corporation, what responsibilities do you have, or does the corporation have to you? And then stakeholder are anybody the organization or corporation impacts or touches. That could be the neighbors, that could be competition, that could be the school systems. Like, what responsibility does a corporation have to all the people that surround them? So that's an ethical question. You know, do you feel if you started your own business that you're responsible? What responsibility do you have to your employees? What responsibilities do you have to the neighbor? Or what responsibilities do you have to helping with the park that's down the street from you that your employees go to for lunch? Do you feel that you need to participate in some way to keep that going? All right, so in our discussion, it is really a case study. It's a story that you will read through, and then on the bottom, you have some questions. Now, there are 4 questions, but I'm only asking you to pick 3 of the questions and answer them with explanation. Once again, in our discussions, I do not want to add word minimums, but please don't give me a 1-sentence answer. You will not get full credit for that. And on your replies, they must be more than a 1-sentence answer. I cannot stress that enough. This is 30% of your grade. It's going to impact you drastically if you don't do that right. So other than that, guys, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. One of the questions that I asked day 1 in our ethics class in person, or the class I'm offering to come in and visit, was, is lying ever a good thing? Would there be a reason why it's okay to lie? Some of you, of course, felt that no, it's never okay to lie. A lie is a lie. And other of you guys felt maybe there might be some situations where lying might not be a bad thing. Now, a lot of people who are faith-based, they usually tend to be more universalist or deontological ethics that state the truth is the truth, or universally ethics should apply no matter what situation, culture, time, it doesn't matter, generation, it's universal. And for those of you who say lying is always wrong, it never should be done, the big question that I always bring up from a biblical perspective is the lady who lied about hiding the spies that were looking at the people. When the soldiers came, knocked on her door, and they said, "Do you have these spies?" And she lied. So was that a good lie? Or how would you explain that? So I'm interested in hearing if you guys want to just put that in your discussions, or put that at the bottom of this video as a reply. I'll be interested in just taking a look at what you thought about that lie that's in the Bible. And I mean, in regards to that lie, God blessed this woman. So why would God bless a liar? So very interesting. Please don't consider this a religious topic. It's just a concept of ethics. What your thoughts are, I'm not judging or criticizing anybody. I'm just very curious about that and how you feel about it, especially my deontological ethical people and my universal ethical people. Utilitarianism is going to say the end will justify the means. In other words, the end result will justify what we did to get there. And in this case, her lie is justified, is made right because she has did something good for people. All right, guys, it's great to hear from you. Email me if you have any questions. It's great talking to you. Have a wonderful day.